the free Google tool that can get you a better job. If you feel like tech moves faster than you can learn it, this video is for you. I'm 57 and still getting hired in IT. The way I stay hireable and the way you get a better paying job is learning new skills fast. And Google just gave away the best free tool for it, NotebookLM. They just renamed it Gemini Notebook this month. You feed it your own documents, a certification guide, a job posting, company's manuals, and it turns them into a podcast you can play in the car, flashcards, quizzes, and a guide where every answer shows you exactly where it came from, so you can trust it. In the next few minutes, I'll show you 3 things. How to pick a skill that's actually worth money in your job market, exactly what to feed the tool, and the short daily routine that makes it stick. And near the end, the one thing this tool can't do for you, because that part decides whether you actually get ahead. Quick housekeeping, 15 seconds. It's free. It lives at notebooklm.google.com. If your screen says Gemini Notebook while some tutorial says NotebookLM, relax. Same product, new name. Okay, part 1. Before you learn anything, you have to pick the right thing to learn. Most people blow this part. Here's how most people pick a skill. They chase whatever certification is hot this month, and 6 months later, they've got a badge nobody in the market is hiring for. Your job market will tell you exactly what to learn. You just have to ask it. Not a dream job 10 years out, the very next step. If you're on the help desk, that's desktop support or junior sysadmin. If you're a sysadmin, maybe it's cloud or security. If you're not in IT yet, pull postings for the entry job you want. Help desk counts. Pick postings you would actually apply to in your area or remote. Now make a notebook and feed those postings in. Then ask one question in the chat. Which skills show up in every one of these postings and show me where? Here's what separates this from a regular chatbot. Every answer comes back with citations, little numbers you can click. Click one and it jumps to the exact line in the posting where that skill appears. You're not taking in AI's word for anything, own words. The skills that show up across all 5 postings that you don't have yet. That's your gap list. It's not a guru's opinion. It's your market in writing telling you what it pays for. When I ran this on postings for my own next step, I picked the one skill from that list that showed up the most. One skill, not 4. That's the one you're going to be learning. Quick favor before we build the machine. If that citation trick alone was new to you, tap the like. It generally helps. And also please subscribe. Okay, part 2, and stick around because near the end comes the one thing this machine can't do for you. You've picked your skill. Now we build that machine that teaches it to you. Make a fresh notebook and name it after the skill. 1 notebook per skill. The certification guide goes in as a PDF. Most vendors publish their exam objectives free as a PDF, so start there. Those job postings from part 1. The official docs from the vendor. A couple of good YouTube videos because yes, it takes YouTube links and reads the whole thing. If this skill touches your current job, add your own meeting notes in your company's manuals. That part matters more than people think. The tool only answers from what you give it. So the closer your sources are to your real job, the closer the answers are too. One warning before you upload anything from work, and I say this as an IT guy. Check your company's AI policy first and know what Google does with what you feed it. Now, your own learning material, go for it. Company documents, ask first. Now the workflow. Step 1 is the part almost everybody runs in the wrong order. Don't read anything yet. Have it build the audio overview and let that play through once. It turns your sources into a short podcast. 2 hosts talking the material through. Play it in the car. This is called priming, and all it means is your brain hears the big ideas first, so the details you read later have somewhere to land instead of bouncing off bullets like Superman. It costs you a few minutes. It pays you back for weeks. One thing, not gospel. It can flub a small detail. The chat with the little numbers, that's your source of truth. Want to stop feeling lost in a new subject in about 10 seconds? Open the mind map. It draws the whole subject of a tree, big branches, and what hangs off each one. A subject usually feels hard when you've got all the puzzle pieces and nobody handed you the picture on the box. Once the short overview starts feeling easy, swap it to longer deep dive audio on the same drive. The first pass gave you the shape. This one fills it in. Back at your desk, interrogate it. This next habit is the one that separates people who pass exams from people who just own the book. In the chat, keep asking why. Why does it work that way? Why this setting instead of that one? Reading the same page twice doesn't teach you much. It just makes the page feel like an old friend, and old friends get waved through without a second look. The why questions are the real checkpoint. If you can explain the why without peeking, it's yours. And every answer is cited. So when it counts, click through and check. When you feel ready, make it test you. Pull a report, then a quiz built from your own sources. Then flashcards. Flashcards work because of spaced repetition, which is a fancy phrase for a simple idea. A card comes back to you right when it's about to slip away. A little today, a little in 3 days, a little next week. That schedule beats one heroic cram session every time. I've done it both ways, believe me. And then the final exam. It's the one nobody wants to take. Have it generate slides on your topic, then stand up in your kitchen and present them out loud, to the wall, to the dog. Every time you trip over a slide, you've hit a hole in your understanding that you couldn't see until you try to say it out loud. Patch that spot, present again. When you can get through clean, you're not faking it anymore. That's the moment when you're ready to say in a meeting where it counts. And when that presentation finally comes out clean, you're ready for the part I warned you about at the start. The one thing this tool can't do for you. Almost there. 20 seconds on something so new, almost no tutorial covers it yet. Google added collections on July 21st. They grouped your notebooks the way playlists group songs. So here's the move. One notebook per skill and one collection called Career Growth holding all of them. Cert prep, interview prep, your company docs, one place, not a junk drawer. Now, the daily routine. So how does this fit a real life with a job and a family and a lawn that won't mow itself? 3 small things a day. 1, the audio rides your commute. You were driving anyway, now the drive works for you. 2, 10 minutes of flashcards. Coffee is brewing, cards are flipping, you're done before the pot is. 3, one why question in the chat, just one. Whatever confused you yesterday, ask why until it makes sense. Call it 30 or 40 minutes depending on your drive, and most of it is time you were already spending. Small, and daily beats big, and someday. I've watched people wait for years for the free weekend that never shows up. This routine doesn't need a free weekend, it needs a Tuesday. And Tuesdays are funny. Now, the part I promised you at the start. The one thing this tool cannot do for you. It can help you learn faster than anything I've ever used, and it still can't raise your hand. It won't tell your boss what you've been learning. It won't volunteer for the project that uses it. It won't update your resume. It won't hit apply on that posting. That part is the whole ball game, because the raise doesn't come from knowing the skill. It comes from somebody finding out you know it. So when that kitchen presentation finally comes out clean, do one loud thing that same week. Tell your manager what you just learned and ask for a task that uses it, or apply to one of those 5 postings you fed the notebook in the first place. Learning fast gets you ready. Saying out loud is what gets you paid. I won't pretend a free app changes your life by itself. You plus the app plus one raised hand, that's a different story. So there's the whole play. Job postings pick the skill. You feed the tool your own material. Run the small daily routine, then go say it out loud where it counts. That's the promise from the top. Learn faster, then you get paid for it. I think it holds up. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the one skill that you would change for a better paycheck, if you could? Tell me in the comments. I read every one, and your answer might become the next video. If this helped you, please hit that like button, please. And also subscribe if you want more of this free content, especially on AI and IT, things I specialize in. Thanks for watching. I'm that Mac guy, and this is what I do. There's more where that came from.